Hi, my name is Mason Waring. I'm joined here with my colleague, CCK attorney Leah Small. And today we're going to talk about why it's important to have a lawyer help you with your long-term disability claim. And the first reason is to analyze the long-term disability policy.
So these policies can be long, they can have a lot of confusing terms, and so it can oftentimes be difficult for claimants to fully understand their coverage and how it applies to their situation on their own. And so a long-term disability attorney can review that policy, analyze it. We have experience dealing with these terms and can compare that to your situation, your medical condition, the facts of your case, and have a meaningful discussion with you about whether you may be entitled to benefits under that policy and what level of coverage you apply for, what potential issues there may be if you do file a claim, things like that.
Yeah, if you watch other videos that Leah and I have shot, we're always talking about the importance of reading your policy because it is that important. And when we're helping people, that's often the first place we go to look for answers. It's not necessarily the last place,
right?
Because there can be more places to look, and one of them is the law. You got to look at the law and understand the law, and that's reason number two why having a lawyer is so beneficial.
Yeah. So most people who have long-term disability insurance often obtained it through their employment, so it's an employer-provided benefit. And when you have that type of coverage, which we refer to as group coverage, it's typically governed by a federal law known as ERISA. And ERISA has a lot of regulations that apply and a lot of ins and outs that are specific to it that'll affect your long-term disability claim. And so as a lawyer who deals with this every day, again, we're familiar with those ins and outs and can make sure that you're meeting your obligations under ERISA, as well as making sure the insurance company is meeting their obligations.
Right, and so there's this complicated web of rules and standards in the policy and the law, and building further to reason number three why it's so important to have a long-term disability lawyer help you out is holding the insurance company accountable to those rules and standards.
So, as I said, the policy is a great place to start because that will outline some obligations the insurance company has, as well as ERISA outlines the obligations, deadlines they need to meet, things like that. And so a lawyer knows what those are, can pay attention to those, can track those, know what the insurance company is supposed to do, and if they're not meeting their obligations, can call them out on it, make sure that's documented. And so if you do ever end up in a situation where you're litigating your case in court, there's a paper trail, so to speak, of the insurance company mistakes, not doing what they're supposed to do, things like that.
Right, and it isn't only the insurance company that make mistakes. Claimants can make mistakes too. That leads to item number five, helping you avoid mistakes with your case.
Yeah, there are a few common mistakes we see claimants make when they handle their long-term disability claim on their own. A big one we often see is that the insurance company will tell you, we're going to request your medical records. And claimants may say, okay, they're taking care of it. I don't need to worry about it. But unfortunately, the insurance company may not follow up diligently. They may not request all the appropriate records. And so as a claimant, it's really important for you yourself to make sure everything is submitted. And so as an attorney, we often make sure we gather everything and make sure it's submitted to the insurance company in support of a claim. But we also review those records. And so we can see what's documented in there. Is there a problem that needs to be addressed? Are they not detailed enough that we need a supplemental report? And so oftentimes, claims just rely on those records and say that's good enough and, they'll approve my claim. But often that's not the case, and often additional evidence is needed. An attorney can help you gather that and, like I said, identify potential issues before they hopefully become a problem.
If you need help with your long-term disability claim, please reach out to us. It costs nothing to see if we can help. You can find us online at cck-law.com. Thank you.